What's up, fellow ecom founders? Q4 is here. If you're stuck, you don't know exactly what to do, you're confused by 5,000 emails of marketing geniuses that want to tell you what the strategy is, this video is for you. My name is Marcus Tanquila. I've helped countless brands scale from nothing to something, from 27K to over 800K within 30 days, scaling up to 30K daily budget. On Meta ad spend, I've helped a lot of brands now over the years to get to their first 500K, first 200K, first 100K by themselves. So everything that I've learned and that I'm constantly learning, I always put into learnings like this, right? And documents like this. So I'll walk you through the main points of the strategy. We're not going to go too deep in each of the points because I want you to have an overview, and then I can go deeper into each of the segments in future videos. Let's get straight to the point. Now, Q4. The very important part, and this is where I start always, is I want to have a vision of my Q4 for my brand, right? So I need to have a strategy. And this I usually do in a workshop, right? Or I do it one-on-one with my consulting clients. But that's where we go through, okay, what do we actually want to achieve? What is realistic? And what are our targets? So the super short version, just for you to have like a quick takeaway, is get your AOV up, get your average order value up, right? So if it's normally 70, try to get it to 90, 80, 90, 100, because that gives you more room when it comes to the cost per acquisition, because those will most likely be higher, right? Because there's more competition in the market. So next thing, make the offer highly attractive and easy to understand, right? We'll get into this in a second, but make sure that your offer is very attractive while having a high AOV and it's easy to understand. So no complicated, if you buy this, then you will get an additional gift and then another one once you cross XYZ. People don't have the time to process that. They're literally in a shopping rush. They're looking for the best deals. They quickly, within split seconds, want to understand, is this relevant or not? They have their budget, right? And they quickly want to understand, is this relevant to me or not? If yes, do I understand it? Is it confusing? They're already gone. Once, like, a confused buy never buys. A confused mind never buys anyway. So keep that in mind. Then start pushing your Black Friday, Cyber Monday offers early. It could be that you have like another boost during Black Friday, Cyber Monday. You have some special offers here and there. That's fine. But start to advertise early, right? Start to advertise mid to end of October now, right? Because that's where the market is not as saturated, but people are already looking for Black Friday offers, and that's a great opportunity. So don't wait too long. Don't put everything in those 5 days or this weekend, because that's where you're most likely going to get burned, especially with paid ads. Then generate and monetize leads for your email list. Super important, right? Another way to avoid those high CPMs during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, is to get access to people, which is their email finally, through running lead campaigns, right? So generating leads for your email list, already monetizing them throughout the time, the next couple of weeks essentially. So that is a great way to have way more people, way more eyeballs for way cheaper than during that time. Because instead of paying, I don't know, like $30 to get someone to to buy something, or let's say $60 to buy something, you can have the contact email of this person for $2, $3 potentially right now. Okay. Then last thing, learn about intraday scaling for peak days. This is a little bit advanced, but I've taught this to people that had no idea on how to do that. They had never really touched the ads manager before, and they were able to scale from 10K to 100K within a couple of days, right? They even had like 20K days. Brian, for example, from Umami Grills, great example. So learn about how can I squeeze more out of something when it's working extremely well, right? So you want to capitalize on those amazing days, because if you know how to do that, on one day you can do what you usually do in a week or even in a month, right? And this is an opportunity. It's just too good of an opportunity to miss out on it, because that can completely change the trajectory of your business. I've seen it countless times. I've done it by myself, obviously. Scaled to 30K spent in single days with accounts that, you know, a month ago they were spending like 200-300 per day, right? That's possible, but you have to know how to do that. Yeah, so that's the short version. Now let's talk a little bit about what are the main goals, right? One thing is, what I would recommend you to do is to really go through a workshop like that. This is something that I developed over time with my team, in order to make sure that we have, like, we tick all boxes and we go through the whole e-commerce to understand what is realistic, right? Because this is something that many people maybe don't tell you when it's, you know, when it's about paid ads and, oh yeah, we're gonna scale and we're gonna like 10x your business. All sounds sweet, but you have to know what does that mean for the other parts of the business, right? So in some of the scalings, that's also, those are learnings that I share with you now. We scaled so hard that the supply chain essentially broke, and it almost broke the business. So it's very important to understand what implications does that have on the supply chain. Can we talk with our suppliers now so that they, you know, they have the option, or we have the option, if it's going extremely well, that they can, you know, have like another production lane open where they can fast track some more, stock, so that we can fulfill this. Like, those are all things to consider and to go through if you want to do it the proper way, right? I'm giving you a short version, right, of this, but that will be the long version. This is something that we do in the mentoring that I do, where I consult brands and on how to do all of that without an agency, or even if you have an agency, that's still super, super valuable to guide them the right way, and make the most out of this time. Now, main goals: increase the profitability of new customers, right? This is essential, because what we're not in Q4 just to, you know, have like some good days here and there. If you really want to like ball in Q4, you really want to make a difference and to use that as a jump start for your business to get to the next level, you need to be able to advertise profitably, right? And that's why our goal is not only to acquire many new customers, but also improve profitability. So what we don't want to do, which again, I see that floating around. I hear that from you know, brand owners that I talk to every week. Yeah, you know, some agency, whatever, they told us, yeah, we would have to have loss leaders where we lose money on the first sale and then we convert them, but at least we have the customer. I'm not playing that game, and I would never recommend you to play that game if you're not at a certain level where you can like easily afford that. We don't want to lose money on the first sale, especially if you're bootstrapping, if you don't have like any huge outside investment. Even if you have that, I would still look for ways to make it as profitable as possible. Okay, so here are some of them. The next thing is also like, why is that important? The more headroom we have there, the less we are touched by increasing CPAs, cost per acquisition, and we have way more room to scale, which means when you compare our offer against all of the other offers that are out there, if we have more profitability than most of the other brands that are trying to advertise, that means we can spend significantly more in the auction, and our overall impact will be 5 times, 10 times. Okay, so how do you achieve the goal? Obviously, start advertising early. We talked about this. The earlier we start, the cheaper the traffic. But then higher first-time customer AOV, right? Bundles, very simple. You can add gift cards. That's an amazing way to increase your perceived value. That's what we want to do. We don't want to like slash prices by 30%, but we want to have a higher AOV option that is 35%, right? Where you effectively save 35%, right? So we do that by having a high AOV product and then adding gifts on top, right? And they could be like, this could be your own brand that you have like, smaller items that you can add to that bundle for free during that time, which increases the perceived value and then also lets the higher AOV sound like a steal or look like a steal. And it is a steal, right? Because you're getting way more value than what you pay for. Now, you could use other brands, gift with purchase, or you could use gift cards, right? Which is a great way because that way, let's say you have a $100 bundle and you add a $50 gift card, that means they get the value of $150 and they only pay $100. Now, the gift card is especially interesting because you're getting like there's a lot of wins in there, right? So number one is that you increase the perceived value without having to increase the costs, right? So it doesn't cost you anything to produce the gift cards. It's just virtual gift cards. And most of the people are not going to use them finally, right? It's like a coupon. Like most of the people will not use it. But the people that are using it, it's actually a great trigger so that they come back and buy again, right? So you already triggered the next purchase. So it's a win-win-win. Now, the other thing is cross-sells, upsells. Use apps like One-Click Upsell by Zipify, for example. Very simple solution, very effective, just to make sure that you get more out of a purchase, right? So upsells, especially post-purchase upsells, amazing tool to squeeze out like 5 to 10% more revenue with the same exact advertising costs. That can change the game during such a time. Now, higher first-time customer margin, another idea, you could also add like new options, depends on what your supply chain and your product enables you to do. So you can add, for example, gift boxes, right? Where people can add a gift box for a certain amount to their order. And another way would be personalization if it applies to your product, where you have like a personalization option that they can purchase as well. Okay. Another thing would be like express shipping. Like there are a lot of ideas on how to get high margin upsells or cross sells or order bumps in order to increase profitability. All right. And all of that, it seems little, but all of that combined together can make a huge difference, and you just be able to spend the double amount than your competitors, and that wins you everything. Okay, let's go through the other ones quickly. Monetize existing customers, very important. A buyer is a buyer is a buyer. Very important during this time to front load lifetime value, right? That's our goal here, right? So we want to, make it attractive for existing customers to purchase and to have, for example, to stock up for the year, right? So what we can do there is we can have bigger bundles, right? Because those bigger bundles, let's say you sell, I don't know, let's say some kind of cream, right? It's not going to be interesting for new people to buy like 12 creams of the same one. It's not going to work for new customers, but it could be a very interesting offer at a high discount for existing customers, right? So instead of waiting for us, like from a cash flow perspective, instead of waiting like 12 months potentially or 6 months until they buy those 12 creams, we just give it to them now. We offer it to them now at a huge discount or a very attractive discount. That way we have the cash now and we're able to invest that into acquiring new customers, right? So This is one idea. Same thing here, free gifts to bigger bundles, gift cards, other products. You could have dedicated offers for existing customers, as I said, like these stock up for the year bundle, or specific bundles that are interesting more for existing customers. Then you could segment in email campaigns to target specific existing customers. This is a little bit advanced. Like if you're not already making, let's say, 100K consistently and you're planning to make like 250, 500K during that time, I wouldn't even consider doing that, right? It doesn't make sense. But if you have an extensive email list of a lot of existing customers, you're like already making over 100K consistently, that's where I would look into this, right? Because then you can look at what are my VIP customers? Can I make them special offers, right? And can I tier my customers a little bit? Exactly. Then, yeah, postcards, mailings, existing customers, that's also like on another scale, but can be very effective, especially if you have high price products. That can, like, just sending postcards, as stupid as it sounds, can be super effective. It's all about eyeballs, it's all about attention, right? If they don't know about your offer, they won't buy. And there's a lot of competition. Okay, so extend audience through lead generation. Here, the goal is that we add additional email subscribers to drop our Q4 offers to them, right? And this doesn't mean that we have to wait until Black Friday, but we can already monetize them before that, right? And we can just have a lead gen campaign running to our Klaviyo list, and then essentially dropping like VIP sales of our offer before, right? Just the weeks before. You can do that multiple times even. So very, very simple. Won't get too much into this now. Set and frame offers with models. Another trick. I don't want you to, have to do like a new offer for Halloween, then Black Friday, then Singles Day, then like having different offers for that is just not efficient, right? Because you have to always plan it for each of the offers. You have to communicate it for each of the offers, and it create like you have to do creatives for each of the offers. Very, very complicated. So rather just decide on one offer and reframe it for each of those promos. Way easier, and you will just it's so much less complex, and that helps you to just scale further, right? And even, for example, in some weird cases, you'll have like Halloween creatives still running in mid-November and crushing it, right? And that's like that's why you want to have the same offer, so you don't need to change anything. Okay. Yeah, well, on that note, like I've had one client where they used a Q4 static ad for a whole year, and it was one of the best performing ads always. So yeah, that can happen. Just as a side note. Yeah, this is just a thing that is more common in Germany, for example, where you have like advent calendars, and yeah, that's a great opportunity just in December to add more value to and to monetize your existing customers more. Okay, that was a quick overview. I hope you got a great understanding of what you need to do strategically, right? So strategy wise, let me know which parts you want to know more about, so I can do more videos on that next couple of days. But this is what I would tell my best friend to focus on for Q4, right? That's really what I would do. I wouldn't overcomplicate things. Don't get confused by all of the stuff that is out there. I can show you how to, do creatives and all of that stuff. Also, very simple. Don't overcomplicate it. Simple scales, right? Complicated stuff most of the times doesn't work. All right. See you on the next one. I hope that was helpful. If you liked it, make sure to like and subscribe. Leave a comment. I answer all of the comments. So yeah, and check out my other free stuff on the YouTube channel. And if you want more guidance, check out my other links below so you can see if I can help you there. All right, take care, and wish you an amazing Q4.